What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another unboxing. This time around, we are back with Cuban cigars. It's been a minute, but we are back. So I just got back from Mexico. You guys might have seen in a few videos ago that I did a little humidor tour of La Casa de Habano in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So I thought I'd share some of the items or some of the boxes I picked up. We're only going to do Ramon Allones this time around, but there is another box under there that we will do at the next video. For now, we're going to focus on Ramon Allones and specifically the new line or the new size for Ramon Allones for 2023, which is the Ramon Allones number 3, which is a 5.5 inch by 52 ring gauge. So pretty excited. I got my hands on 2 of these boxes while I was traveling. So let's get these open and see what we got. As you can see, we have all the factory and government labels on here that really just cover up all the great artwork that's on here. With that being said, nothing too much other than serial number there, health warnings there, typical Habanos. Right here you have the distribution of the Cuban cigars through Mexico. So let's get these opened and see what we got. Like I said, Cubans have gotten just too expensive. I've brought this up many times, so I'm not really purchasing Cubans. However, when I was down there in Mexico, I had to take advantage of La Casa de Habano. And given that this is a new size, I just had to pick them up. Also, they were actually pretty reasonably priced compared to the rest of the Habanos portfolio in 2023. One more. There. There we go. Ramon Allones, Habana, Cuba. It's been some time since I've opened a Cuban box. We've got our Habanos authenticity with your recommended guidelines for temperature and humidity. Ramon Allones, Real Fábrica de Tabacos, primera en las principales exposiciones, Habana, Cuba. Those look stunning. So first things first, everyone is comparing this to the Ross, very similar in size. However, what I've been hearing so far online is that this is a much more milder smoke. However, some people are saying it's too young and needs to be aged for a few years to really hit its stride. I'm going to smoke one after they acclimate in my humidor for some time. Probably, you know, by autumn, by October, November, I'll probably light one up. But I love the new size, a little larger than a traditional Robusto at 5.5 versus a 5. But I love the ring gauge, and I just think it's a great size, especially with Cubans being so expensive. You don't want to buy a small little petite Corona or half Corona. You want something that'll be pleasurable and a little longer experience. So I just think this is a great size. You're not committing to a big Churchill cigar. It's more just, you know, something right down the middle. So I'm really happy the way these are looking. When you do purchase these, I'm assuming you can ask to open the box before leaving to see if there's any cracks, mold, things like that. But I haven't had a bad experience at La Casa de Habano in Puerto Vallarta, so I typically don't check the boxes. And so I'm always a little eager to open the boxes when I get back. So nice to see that these are Just a beautiful, beautiful golden hue. Just almost looks like a Connecticut shade wrapper, like a wrapper that you would see from Davidoff or Padron or something like that. But yeah, no, this box looks amazing. Really looking forward to trying this new size. Let's go ahead and open the second box, like I said, just to make sure everything looks good. Also, you know, you just don't want to throw these in with the rest of your cigars, just because what happens if there is mold or tobacco beetles. You definitely don't want that spreading throughout your collection. So I did have these separated from all the rest of my boxes and cigars. I basically put them in Bovita bags and isolated them until I could open them, take a look, and make sure everything's okay. A little Habanos seal of authenticity. Yep. Oh, these look just as great too. Sorry for the shaky hands, guys. Can't do much about that. But again, these just look absolutely great. These are a bit more reasonably priced than a lot of Cuban cigars at the moment. These did launch this year, so it's a completely new line in Ramon Allones. They haven't had a new line in over a decade or even longer. It started becoming available in Switzerland in April. Comes in dress boxes of 10 and retails for about $200 a box. However, with when I was in Mexico, because the American dollar is not as strong at the moment, they were a little more expensive than I was anticipating. They were about I would say about 260 USD after the peso conversion. However, if the American dollar was better, it probably would have been closer to the $220 range, $215, something around there. So very, very reasonably priced for a 5.5 by 52 Ramon Allones Habanos cigar in 2023. I mean, you've seen what the prices are out there. It's just ridiculous. So beautiful looking, great size, great value, which is pretty rare when it comes to Cuban cigars these days. And let's see. So like I said, a lot of people are just saying that this particular blend is a little more milder and just hasn't hit its stride yet, just because it's a young cigar. I wonder what the when these were manufactured. So they covered it with this huge label, but if you were to peel this under there, you would get the box date. Perhaps if you look up the serial number too, you might get the box date. It's been some time since I've looked box dates, but I mean, like July 2023, like that's, I mean, this was just processed. I was trying to see if there was a box date on here, but doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Nevertheless, guys, I know you guys love Cuban cigars. So like I said, I don't buy that many anymore just because they're so high, overly priced right now. But I had to take advantage while I was in Mexico, my birthday, Puerto Vallarta, La Casa de Habano. So if you guys caught that other box that I purchased, I'll be unboxing that one on the next video. But for now, just wanted to share this new Vitola from Habanos SA. There we go. Allones number 3. Really excited for this. Just because it's new. I very rarely do I ever get my hands on a new cigar released by Habanos, just because it's almost impossible with gray market dealers and so and so. All right, guys. Questions, comments, leave them below. Cigar unboxing on Instagram. Smoke well, be well, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.